What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. So in today's video I wanted to share with you one of the products that I have been selling for quite some time that I completely failed on. I finally managed to sell it all out, so now I can share the product idea with you and why exactly do I deem it as being a failure, given that I did lose quite a bit of money on it. Now I have to apologize guys, because at the end of the day you probably already know that I have done quite a few videos about Amazon in a negative light, relatively negatively speaking about them, about Alibaba, about what's been going on and kind of spreading bad vibes. Now, this is not my intention, okay? This is not what I want to do, to be completely honest. However, guys, in my personal opinion, we all learn much more from our failures, from our mistakes and from our unsuccesses, as opposed to something that's doing well. I mean, think about it. What makes you a better seller? Something that hasn't gone well and you managed to overcome it? Or is it something that you potentially have done well, you've launched a product, it started selling straight away? What lessons can we learn from something that has, started selling straight away really well without any mistakes whatsoever? In my personal opinion, I believe that the sellers that have many obstacles that they had to overcome and are still selling long-term profitably are those that we should be all listening to, as opposed to the ones that have launched maybe a couple of products, haven't had any issues in the past, and therefore don't know how to handle some of these very, very stressful situations. So again, I'm sorry for spreading the bad vibes effectively. However, in my personal opinion, as long as I can help one person avoid this sort of mistake and save them a few £1,000s, then this video is very well worth doing. Otherwise, guys, if you are interested in selling on Amazon, then please don't forget to check the links down below for Helium 10, the best product research tool out there, or Tide, the perfect business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA business. And with that being said, guys, let's get straight to the video. Right, guys, so the product that we're going to be talking about today is actually a baby bath seat. This is a product that I actually decided to launch around November of last year, thinking is going to be an amazing product for me to sell around Christmas time and around the beginning of this year, because I saw a massive growing trend towards babies, towards baby stuff, baby showering, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, there is so much variety in this particular niche. There are different baby seats, different bath seats, whatever, and they come in a very, very nice and attractive price point for me, anything from around 10 to around 15, 20, 25, sometimes even £30, okay? And because of the variety, I was starting to look for something that is slightly different, maybe a little bit more comfortable. I was looking at the customer reviews, and a lot of the customer reviews said that the baby didn't look comfortable in some of these bath seats, so I wanted to make sure to launch a sort of a much more premium product effectively, where I could sell it at a bit more of a higher price, as opposed to the usual what I do is going towards the lower end of the market effectively. Now, as you can see from the Helium 10 figures as well, it actually is a relatively good niche. Now, there is a high amount of reviews for it. However, the demand for these particular products has been going up over the last few months, and I'll show you that in a minute on Google Trends. But as you can see from the revenue figures, they literally go from 50,000 all the way, well, 70,000 effectively, all the way down. There's so many people are actually making thousands of pounds on these particular products. And there are quite a few sellers that actually have got a relatively low review count as well on the first page. So in my opinion, that was a relatively good product to go into, especially with quite a few competitors, in my opinion, not having exactly the best listings. So I thought I'll be able to come in on a relatively lower price, effectively get a better product, better images, better title, and start making sales and get onto the first page. Everything so far was going according to plan. What could possibly go wrong? Well, before I show you what can possibly go wrong, I can just show you again another thing that I always look at the trend in general is, as you can see, baby bathing over the last 10, 15 years, whatever, has gone up and up and up and up and up. So it wasn't like a trendy product where it goes in waves every single year. However, it was trending upwards over many, many years. So I knew that this niche is not going to be dying out anytime soon, which is again something that in my opinion quite a few should look out for. Not just a trend throughout the year, but also a trend throughout the last decade or so, to see where exactly if it's going. Okay, so the product that I actually bought, or something similar of, is something like this, okay? It was actually a nice big bath seat, effectively, with a nice padding as well. It had very, very good reviews on Alibaba. The Alibaba supplier actually sent me a lot of pictures and videos of how it's being used, and it really looked like it was made out of good material. What I also liked about this particular product, it was nice and simple. It wasn't anything complicated. It was nothing electrical. Nothing could really go wrong with a baby bath seat, at least in my opinion. And as you can see from this particular listing, it's got 1,245 reviews, with an average being around 4.5. So what could possibly go wrong? Keep going forward, and you can actually see that in terms of revenue calculator is actually a really, really profitable product, because I was able to source it, i.e. buy the actual product and ship it for around £4.90, £4.95. And when I was selling it, I was actually selling it around £19.99. You could get a profit of around £10, okay? So it's actually a 200% return on investment. So if I actually change that to the actual price I was selling it at, you still get a very, very good return on your investment, way over 100%. It all sounds great. However, the big problem here, guys, and this is something that I learned the hard way, and I really hope you guys can pick this up as well, is the actual size of the product. I mean, have a look at it, okay? It's not exactly a small product. And I saw the problem the second I found out how many boxes are actually going to be delivered to my storage unit. And the storage unit actually had 55 boxes, because only 10 of these were able to actually be shipped in a box, okay? And these boxes were big. It took me about an hour and a half to actually put them all away in the storage unit, and it took up pretty much one of my whole storage units in terms of space. And that is a big issue, guys, because even though the ROI is great, if it doesn't sell as well as you would hope, and you're not shifting these products quick enough, then it takes up a lot of storage costs, a lot of storage fees, storage that you and I have to pay each and every single month, no matter how many products we sell. And because these products are so big, the storage costs for them can be quite massive, not just outside of your storage effectively, but also in Amazon as well. So because of that, I had to discontinue this product, because it wasn't selling as much as I would have hoped. I was expecting around 10 to 15 sales, and I was getting around 3 to 5. And that's not exactly what I'm looking for from a successful product. So in my personal opinion, the lesson that I learned from here, and that's something that I want you guys to pick up on, is have a think of how much space these things are actually going to take up in your storage, but also the shipping as well as how much space will they take up when the actual customer buys it, you know, because they have to come in a big box as well. This is something, a big concern for quite a few of us that actually don't have the luxury of living in our own house with a spare garage or whatever. We have to actually accumulate all of these storage costs that really hurt our net profit effectively. Now, quite frankly, I don't know how much money I lost because of this product, but having these products, these boxes sit in the warehouse for at least 8 months was not helpful at all, okay? And in my only opinion, the only people that should be selling these sorts of bigger, bulkier products are those that have a garage that they don't have to pay anybody for, that have basically a lot of empty space that could easily be taken up by some of these bulkier products, because then you can actually take the risk, see what happens, and you actually get to keep more of the profit, even though you are selling 3 to 5 units a day, which was exactly what happened in my case. Think about it. Instead of this, why not go for some, like maybe a small toy or a small beauty item, which you could probably fit 30 of them in this bathtub alone. You know, the storage space is going to be the same, but instead of selling 1 unit, you're selling 30. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check the links down below for the mentorship and my brand new FBA Mentor Academy course, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.